Surprise, I'm not dead. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie and I'm documenting my journey to lose 100 pounds. I feel like maybe I should welcome myself back to my channel since I haven't been around for a while. Surprise, I'm not dead. I guess an easier way of doing this would be to just explain. I've never really explained where I live, I don't think. Chris and I moved in with my parents a couple of years ago because we were sick of working regular jobs. We were really disliking where we were working and we wanted to start a business together. And so we moved in with my parents and we had this great plan that we were going to live here for 5 years. We were going to save up all the money that we could. We were going to get our business going. And then after the 5 years were over, we were going to move out of this house and buy our own house. So we both moved in. I lived here for a little bit before he moved in, but he moved in here with me in like 2018. And we started our business and things were going really well. Like our first year, we actually made a profit, which most businesses don't. So that was pretty cool. And then our second year, we doubled our profits. And into our third year, which was 2020, we were on track to basically double our profits again. So we were really excited about that. But then everyone knows what happened in 2020. And because of how our business worked, when COVID hit, we weren't able to continue doing our business at all. You're probably wondering what our business was. Chris and I would go to different stores and buy products that were either on sale or we would buy things from thrift stores and then resell them online on eBay and Amazon for a profit. It's really fun looking for things to sell. It's kind of like a treasure hunt, kind of feels like that. And then when you do find something that's worth a whole bunch of money, like at a thrift store or something where you're buying it for super cheap, the feeling that you get when you find that stuff is super fun. So because of the way that we were doing our shopping and because the stores closed and because we were living with my parents at the time, when COVID hit, we had to stop working, basically. In December of 2019, my dad was diagnosed with cancer. And then like a week later, so was my mom. My mom just had skin cancer, which I know is still not like, it's not nothing, but it's not nearly as bad as what my dad had. So my mom got diagnosed with skin cancer, had a surgery, had it removed, and everything was fine. But then my dad had cancer on his tongue and it had spread to his lymph nodes. So he had to go through radiation treatment. He didn't do chemo, but he was doing radiation treatment all through the very beginning of 2020 when everything started going crazy. So he had cancer, he was going through radiation treatment, and we didn't feel like it was responsible in any way for us to be going out into public places and possibly bringing something home that would make him sick, or any of us sick for that matter. So we had to stop working. That just kind of blew our plans out of the water. We didn't know what we were doing anymore. The whole time that we were living here, we were living in my parents' basement, and the basement was finished, but like finished back in the 70s. So it was finished with like wood paneling, and we had those very small windows, not like big windows or anything where like lots of light would come in. So it was kind of, well, it wasn't kind of, it was just really dark down there. It was dark all the time. So you like literally couldn't tell if it was daytime or nighttime or whatever time. And when you're not working, you don't have any kind of schedule or anything. So throughout 2020, we were living in this basement without a whole lot of sunlight. We were going walking every day to try to like at least get out a little bit. You've seen in my videos, obviously, we were walking and doing our best to try to be outside as much as we could. But really being in that basement for the whole year and really not going anywhere except to the park every day, it finally took its toll at the beginning of this year. Chris and I both have anxiety, and being in the basement and being away from people, I think, had a lot to do with it too. But just everything all on top of each other, it was just a lot of stress, and it finally got to me. My anxiety hadn't been really all that bad for a long time. I used to have it very bad, and to the point where I didn't want to leave my apartment when I lived on my own. I worked with therapists, and over time it got a lot better, and I would still occasionally have anxiety when I was like out in public places. I have social anxiety pretty bad. Occasionally I would have anxiety when I was out doing things. But most of the time when I was at home, I didn't get anxious. Like my house was like my safe spot, where I never got anxious before. But now all of the sudden it's like I get anxious no matter where I am. And it's like I don't have that safe spot anymore where I just don't feel anxious. So it's been hard the past couple of months. Things have been not so great, but I was talking to my therapist over the phone because of everything that was going on. I am changing to a new therapist because this one I think might be able to help me a little bit more with my eating issues. I don't know if I have a full-blown eating disorder. I have never been diagnosed with anything. I obviously enjoy food quite a bit, and I would say at times I felt like I was addicted to food. I would eat to the point where I got sick sometimes in the past. At one point in my life, it felt like I didn't even know when I was full until I was sick. Like I didn't recognize that I was done eating unless I was sick. But that hasn't been like that for a long time. I don't really know if I have an eating disorder per se, but I definitely have issues with food. So I think that having a therapist that might be able to help me explore that a little bit and figure out ways to possibly cope with things cope with stress specifically or anxiety in ways other than eating, I think that might help me quite a bit. And so hopefully this new therapist that I'm going to be seeing, I start seeing her on Wednesday next week. So yeah, Wednesday this week, I guess. Hopefully that will help me finally fix whatever's going on with all of that. And maybe losing weight might be a little bit easier for me going forward. I don't know. So all of that was just to tell you that my parents, being the amazing people that they are, because of the situation that we were in, they have let us move upstairs into an apartment that my dad built in our garage like 20 years ago, so that my grandpa could come live here before he passed away. And so the apartment's been empty for a little while, and they were planning on renovating it. But instead of waiting for the renovation to happen, because we were having so many problems living in the basement, they let us just go ahead and move upstairs. So now there's a bird. So now we are living upstairs in a actual apartment that has a bathroom and a living room and a bedroom. It doesn't have a kitchen. That was part of the renovation that was going to happen, but that's fine. Honestly, it's fine. We have our little table with our microwave and stuff set up, and we have our little mini fridges that we put our food in, and we have our big fridge downstairs still. So we have everything that we could possibly need. It's just not like a kitchen. Yeah, so a lot's changed. Living in the basement at my parents' house just feels so much worse than living in an apartment at my parents' house. And I don't really understand what the mental thing about that is for me, but there's something about it that just makes me feel bad. So we're living upstairs, and I am starting with a new therapist. So hopefully that will help move things forward. I'm not going to weigh in on this video. I thought I might, but I'm just going to wait and do that in my next video. I haven't been doing everything that I'm supposed to. We've been trying to do walks when we can. We've been trying to eat what we're supposed to be eating when we can, but things haven't been working out the way that I wanted them to or had intended them to. I know I've gained some weight. I don't think it's a whole lot, maybe 10-ish pounds, but obviously any gain is not where I want to be, but it's what it is. So I just got to go with it, I guess. I've already gained it, so I don't have a choice anymore. So I'm not going to weigh in on this video, but I will weigh in on my next video. As far as my diet, I don't see that changing at all, really. I've been basically eating the same, except for when we've got takeout or whatever, which we have done a few times in the past couple months. For whatever reason, we've eaten out a few times. So yeah, it hasn't been the easiest past couple of months, but things are starting to look better. I'm feeling better. Chris is feeling better. We actually got colds at one point during these past 3 months where we were like both really sick and just felt awful, and we're in bed for most of the time. It's just been like one thing after another after another, and it's been hard to deal with. It's been stressful. It's been lots of things, and I just don't handle stress well. My first thing is to eat, but not anymore. So lately what I've been doing, instead of freaking out and eating everything I can find or calling people to bring me more food, like ordering deliveries and stuff, instead of doing that, what I've been trying to do is a lot of meditation. Chris and I both got subscriptions to the Calm app, which is the most amazing thing ever. It's $70 for the whole year, so I don't know. It's more expensive than some apps are, but $70 for the whole year worth of meditating as much as I've been doing, I think is pretty worth it. It's helped me and Chris a lot. They have all different kinds of meditations on there. I am not in any way sponsored by them. I would love to be sponsored by them, but I'm not. Honestly, it's one of the best things that we've done recently. They have meditations for sleep, they have like mindful eating stuff on there, which I'm really looking forward to trying. They have regular anxiety type meditations. They have ones for if you're having like an actual panic attack at that moment. They have a lot of stuff on there. They have music and all different kinds of things. So lots of stuff on that app. If there's also a free version, which if you haven't checked it out, you should. I can't recommend that app more. Like, honestly, it's been a lifesaver for both of us. So that's what I've been trying to do, is wake up in the morning or soon after that and do a meditation in the morning, and not just use it when I'm having an anxiety moment or panic attack or anything, because sometimes just keeping your head in the right space can help you not have as much anxiety. So I've been trying to do more meditating when I don't actually need to. So that's been one of my new things I've been trying to implement. And then obviously my therapy next week, it's going to start. So hopefully that will help a lot too, so that I can just come up with some other ways to cope with stress and deal with those types of situations. Obviously, life is stressful for everybody, and it's not ever going to not be stressful. So if I want to be successful at having lost weight and like actually be able to keep it off for any period of time, I'm going to have to figure out how to deal with stress without eating my stress. So that's one of my new goals. I mean, I guess it's always been a goal. I just didn't really like focus on it. So that's, I guess, one of my new things I'm focusing on, is figuring out how to deal with that. Chris and I are still going to be going on our walks. We just went to Planet Fitness today because we've decided we're going to get our gym memberships back. So we got the Planet Fitness Black card. We both did, because I really want to be able to do those massages and stuff afterwards, because I really like massages. So we got the Black card starting today. So we're going to be going back to working out at the gym, which I am honestly terrified of, but I've lost some weight. So I really want to focus on that. I don't have to be afraid to go to the gym. For some reason, I am. I don't like going to the gym at all, but I know that like I will get a lot out of it, and I'm not going alone. So that's always a bonus. It's always better than if I were to go by myself. I don't know if I could do it. There's a lot you can do at home, but then there's a lot you can't do without certain equipment, and we just don't have the space for it. We're like living where our workout room was, so that's no longer our workout room. We still have a lot of workout equipment in there because we haven't cleaned out the room completely that the gym is going to go into yet. So that's why I haven't given you like a tour of our house. I will once we get it all fixed, but not yet because it's crazy looking right now. I don't know. So I guess those are my plans. I don't know if that really made a whole lot of sense. I was kind of rambling the whole time. Sorry about that. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up here. I appreciate you watching, and sorry I haven't been putting out stuff in the past couple of months, but I am committed to doing my YouTube channel. I know I felt a lot better mentally when I was doing it too. So, it's just good for me all around to do it. So I'm going to be doing a video a week. I don't know if I'm going to do any recipes right now. They take a lot to do. So for right now, I think I'm just going to stick with maybe grocery haul videos and like full days of eating. And of course, like weigh-in updates and things like that. But just cutting out like the low-calorie kitchen for right now, because I just don't know if I'm going to have enough time to be doing all of that right now, because we are back to doing our business, which is another update that I wanted to tell you and I forgot about it. So we are reopening our business, and since we both got vaccinated, and my dad is cancer-free now, which I also should probably tell you. He's doing great. He just had his checkup not that long ago. I think it was a couple weeks ago, and they said he is cancer-free. So that is really awesome, obviously. Yeah. So I'm going to wrap it up. I appreciate you watching, and I am looking forward to making more videos, and I will see you in the next one. See ya.